It's a sunny day in Ann Arbor at the Huron Valley Humane Society. Recent college graduates Tony Franchini and Brianna Murnahan are taking advantage of the inexpensive adoption fees and bringing home a new furry friend.
And we're leaving with our first new cat.
But cats aren't the only thing the Humane Society has to offer. Opening its doors in 1896, the Humane Society has offered its services to the greater Ann Arbor area by helping animals find homes and by preventing cruelty towards animals. The Humane Society has an open admission policy and will accept any animal dropped off to them. They have served 40,000 dogs, cats, and other domestic pets in the past 5 years alone. Volunteers come to the Humane Society to walk the dogs and comfort cats to make them more adoptable.
Well, I've always loved animals, and I love dogs, and walking dogs here is just great. It's great for me physically, and of course it's great for the dogs.
According to the Huron Valley Humane Society, 1 in every 2 household pets will end up in their shelter. However, given the open-door policy of dropping off animals at the Humane Society, it has been hard to keep up with the recent influx of animals due to the drastic downturn in the economy.
We've seen a 75% increase in people having to turn their animals in because of, they've lost their home, their landlord won't take the pets, they can't afford their animals anymore. So yeah, we've seen a lot of it. So I think we've seen a lot more owner surrenders than we have strays.
According to Tanya Heigendorf, Executive Director of the Huron Valley Humane Society, there has been a big increase in the people relinquishing their animals due to foreclosures and eviction. Michigan's economy has been especially tough to deal with for the Humane Society since corporate sponsorships are at an all-time low.
We get weekly updates, from the shelter. We're on the volunteer list, and the number of pets that are being surrendered for whatever reason. When I first started here was often less than the numbers that they were finding as strays. And now it's often equal to, and sometimes a little bit greater.
There has also been a dip in dog adoptions since dogs are more expensive than cats.
In terms of the economy, I work at Starbucks now. My hours aren't, I'm not working full time. So I do have more time with the animals. The economy has definitely reared its ugly head with the animals in terms of a lot of people having to surrender their dogs and cats. Some people, though, just think that they're better off on the street, dump them.
While the economy has made things difficult, volunteers at the Humane Society look on the bright side.
I'm an absolute dog and cat lover, and I really believe in what the Humane Society is doing. And secondly, I just lost my job, so I have a little extra time, and I thought what a great way to use some of this time than volunteer.
We've had a huge increase in the number of volunteers. I run the volunteer orientations. I do 2 a month, and we've had anywhere between 65 and 85 people for each session. So it's a lot of people, and I think a lot of people have lost their jobs and want to give back. And I have a lot of people that are in the food program that now come and volunteer as well.
The Humane Society has introduced the Bountiful Bowl program, which is a free food program to help lower the cost for owners to take care of their animals.
So when people donate food to us, we were just using that to give to people that couldn't afford food. And so we started finding that more and more people were coming saying, I need food, so we wanted to put together a program that was a little more organized. And so now we have this weekly distribution on Sundays. And so people that are in need, if they've lost their job, lost their home, having financial difficulty, can come and get supplemental food for their pets.
While volunteers are great for the animals are also a big help to the volunteers as well, especially when times are tough.
It's something that you can do that you can cuddle with a puppy. People always say to me, oh, how can you do that? Don't you just want to adopt all of the animals? And
Yes.
yes. But at the same time, I know that at the end of the day, that they gave something to me in terms of being able to walk, cuddle with the animal, but also that I gave something to them in terms of companionship, a nice walk, a few snuggles.
I'd like to adopt a cat probably because I'm lonely and cats are the most cutest things in the world to me.
Despite harsh economic times, people still seem to have a place in their hearts for animals. There are about 400 active volunteers at the Humane Society, which demonstrates people's compassion for animals. Tanya Heidendorf commented that animal lovers know not to forget about their animals. The Humane Society is also working on building a new shelter. Their continued effort on keeping this project going shows people's continued dedication to pets. The economic recession has affected all different industries, including nonprofit organizations such as the Humane Society. However bad the economy gets, it is comforting to know that pets will always hold a firm place in people's hearts.